Will the Mavericks ever beat a Western Conference opponent? They came close tonight against the Clippers, but fell short. We'll break down the good, the bad, and the ugly coming up next in the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Welcome to the DLLS Mavs post-game show, powered by Game Time and Michelob Ultra. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. And Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Krell. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs. Appreciate you joining us here on our post-game show. Mavericks fall once again at the AAC, this time to the Los Angeles Clippers in not one but two overtimes, 133-127. James Harden's 40-point triple-double, the first ever 40-point triple-double in Clippers history, sinks the Mavericks as they get outscored 10-4 in the overtime period. Naji Marshall and D'Angelo Russell lead the way with 28 points, but Ivica Zubac going prime Shaquille O'Neal once again on the Dallas Mavericks. He, along with James Harden, power the Clippers to break their 6-game losing streak. We'll break it all down here for you over the course of the next hour. Our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. will be joining us live from the AAC, as well as our national NBA insider Marc Stein will be doing so as well. As Bobby, the Mavericks fall in NBA Cup play game number 2. In a barn burner at the AAC, but unfortunately they come up short.
The cup is not coming home.
It's not coming to Dallas. It is not.
I was wrong. The Mavs did not win this game. I was feeling really good, honestly, about their chances of winning this one. They came close twice. All right. It was tied. I would take a tie at this point. I think both teams would probably take a tie. But, yeah, I mean, it was another reminder, man. Well, I guess tonight was kind of a unique one. The Mavs have lost a lot of games already this season.
They have.
And they've lost a lot of games in a lot of different ways. This game was kind of like whenever they lost to Detroit in Mexico City, when D'Lo also had a really good game in that game, productive game. But then at the end, Cade was just like, all right, I'm just better than you. I'm going to play, I win. And the Mavs couldn't keep up. Or kind of similar to Giannis and what the Bucks did. James Harden just went to a different level, and the Mavs couldn't quite keep up. They just couldn't quite keep up. There is, Harden is definitely he's pretty close to the end of his career, but he's still a very good player, and he just has a gear that no one else on this team has. And once you get into those back and forth end of game situations, this is the NBA. Usually, the team with the best player wins those, and I don't know. I don't know how good the Mavs' best player is. Like they might not ever have the best player on the court this season while AD and Kyrie are out.
Yeah, James Harden went to a special place tonight. He put the Clippers on his back. No Kawhi Leonard, no Bradley Beal for the Los Angeles Clippers tonight. We know what Ivica Zubac does every time he plays against the Dallas Mavericks. He goes prime Wilt, Shaq, name your favorite big man of all time. That's Ivica Zubac against the Dallas Mavericks. They got also some really nice help from former Dallas Maverick Derrick Jones Jr., who had 15 points tonight as well. We'll get to what was the turning point a little bit later on. But Bogdan Bogdanovic played well in that fourth quarter. And unfortunately, again, I sound like a broken record on this show, but it continues to happen. Turnovers at the wrong time once again when the Mavericks needed to protect the ball. They couldn't do it, and they could not execute. And the Clippers outscored the Mavericks 8-2 in the first 2 minutes of the double overtime period. The Mavericks not able to protect the basketball. D'Angelo Russell had some crucial turnovers as this game went on in what was a turnover fest between both teams. A lot of free throws, a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers in this game between the Clippers and the Mavericks.
Yeah,
but
are you familiar with, do you know what a polyrhythm is?
I'm not.
Tanner, you probably do, right? As a drummer?
Maybe?
And a polyrhythm is whenever there's two conflicting rhythms going on. All right, and it leads to some janky stuff. So, for example, you got, let me know if you can hear this.
Okay.
You got duplets.
Okay.
So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Doesn't matter the tempo, fast, slow, same thing. And then you got triplet, 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 triplet. All right?
All right.
So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. That feels like it makes sense. But what happens if you got them going at the same time?
That sounds like chaos.
Yeah. And that's what happened. The Clippers, 30th in the NBA in pace. The Mavs, they were playing like there were armed men holding their families hostage. And they were saying, if that shot clock gets below 14 seconds, something bad is going to happen. And, like, that's just not, the Mavs were trying way too hard to play way too fast. There were so many turnovers, 48 combined turnovers. How about 74 combined free throws?
Jeez.
57 combined fouls.
Mm.
It was just completely out of control. And especially in, I thought, the second and third quarter was just a complete mess. There were whistles every 5 seconds. And when that's the case, it's just so hard to find any sort of rhythm.
Became disjointed at times.
Yeah,
sure.
and also what happens whenever they're shooting free throws every time, and I'm not complaining about the officials. I'm just saying, like, everyone needed to get under control, all right? But whenever most of the turnovers were traveling or passes sent out of bounds or shot clock violations, and then you're also shooting a bunch of free throws, there's no chance for the game to go back and forth.
Sure.
There's no chance for fast breaks. There's no chance to get out on the floor and run. The Mavs in this game, despite the Clippers committing, 23 turnovers, the Mavs got 8 shots on the fast break in this game. So this game, despite being a turnover yucky fest, it was played in the half court, and that definitely works against the Mavs offense.
Some of the other numbers from tonight's game: Mavericks shoot 44% from the field, 27.8% from three. Out-rebound the Clippers 50-45 in this game, but as Bobby mentioned, 48 combined turnovers between these two teams. Mavericks had 25 of them. The Clippers had 23. Mavericks had 7 blocks to the 6 of the Los Angeles Clippers. Mavericks bench was actually terrific tonight. 56 points off the bench for Dallas. They outscored the Clippers bench by plus 23, 56-33 in that department. Clippers led by as many as 15 in this game. The Mavericks' largest lead in this game was 6, but at the same time, both teams did not shoot the ball great from three at all. Clippers go 13 of 42 for 31%. Mavericks 10 of 36 from downtown. That is a 27.8% clip from three tonight.
Pretty good game for them.
Well, look, it felt like, and we'll talk about this more as the show goes on as well. It felt like we were going to get a vintage Klay game. He played well in the first half, knocked down 4 threes, had 13 points. Provided them a nice spark off the bench, but went absolutely cold in the second half. In fact, you look at the numbers in the second half for Klay Thompson. Let's see. He goes, 0 of 2, and both of those shots were from 3, and he missed both of those. So went completely cold in the second half. So, look, the team just go ahead. I'm sorry.
They've only shot better than 28% from three. Okay, in their last 9 games, how many times do you think they've been better than 28% from three?
Twice.
Close, 3 times.
Who were those games against?
Phoenix, 36%. That was a loss. Pelicans, 31%. Also a loss. Detroit, 35.6%. Also a loss. This team cannot shoot.
They can't shoot.
They cannot shoot, man. They can't do it.
That's gross, man.
28%.
Yeah, 28% from three in a double overtime game.
6 of their last 9 games, dude.
That's unreal.
That's so bad.
it's I mean,
I'm not even mad about it. It's just like, how is it possible to be that bad?
I mean,
it's the NBA. They were mostly good shots.
Yeah, Klay tonight took 11 shots. 10 of those were from three. I'm not saying Klay is the reason that he lost. I'm just saying my point that I'm making is that Klay got off to a nice start and unfortunately not able to sustain it in the second half. No one from three really sustained it in the second half. I thought Klay actually gave him a nice spark off the bench in that first half. The Clippers got up by 15. Mavericks were able to climb themselves back in it. It was because Klay Thompson was able to knock down some threes. Naji was able to knock down some threes as well, but unfortunately not enough shot making down the stretch, despite the fact you had 6 guys in double figures in this particular game. Unfortunately, this was not a great game for Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams tonight, in what was 18 minutes for him as the starter, 7 points. It was a minus 27 on the floor tonight for Dallas. Other guys in double figures, Cooper Flagg, 16 points, 8 of 13 from the field. His efficiency continues to increase and get better. I don't know what you thought, but Cooper Flagg bully ball is getting fun. Like, you saw a couple times he's able to get Batum down there, use his physicality against him and body up old man Batum and really be able to get to the basket at times. So you're starting to see him utilize his physicality a little bit more as the games continue to go on as well. Naji had 28. Daniel Gafford had 10 points. Max Christie had 10 points. We mentioned D'Angelo Russell with the 28 and Klay Thompson with the other 13 points as well in this game. Other big takeaways from tonight that you have.
In the 10 minutes of overtime, the Mavs were 4 of 10 from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Non-Coops were 1 of 7 from the floor. Dallas had 5 turnovers. Flagg did have 2 of those, but D'Lo had the other 3. D'Lo in overtime. Granted, he had a really big fourth quarter, and it doesn't get to overtime without him. But in the 2 overtimes, 0 of 3 from the floor, 3 turnovers, no assists, 1 foul. You got to find a way to get Coop the ball. Like the Clippers couldn't guard him one-on-one. Granted, he did turn it over one time, trying to post up Harden in the high post area, and he thought a double was coming, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. He tried a one-hand pass with his left hand out to D'Lo and just missed it. It was just a bad pass. His other turnover, they counted it as a turnover for him. It was like Christie passed it to him, and I think it just kind of went between the wickets.
Yeah.
But they credited it to Coop. It is what it is. But, I mean, he's the only guy on the team that could create a shot in overtime, so it's just weird that he couldn't get the ball a little more than that. But, again, D'Lo did have a big fourth quarter, so I get it.
And that was the thing. You got the full D'Angelo Russell experience in a lot of ways. I mean, his 8 straight points that he scored in that fourth quarter, all of those baskets tied the game for the Mavericks as they were trying to continue to keep themselves in it against the Clippers to be able to eventually force overtime. But then as you saw as the first overtime and double overtime went on, untimely turnovers, unfortunately, from Russell when they needed to be able to have as many possessions as possible. So you got a lot of the good from D'Lo tonight. You got a lot of the bad at the wrong time from D'Angelo Russell.
That's the only reason they were able to get him, though, which is why they should have aimed higher. I mean, Brandon Williams, same thing. Brandon Williams tonight, my God, man.
Yeah, not great.
Should have just stayed home. He was minus 27, 2 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 5 from 3. Just was just really, really, really bad in the first quarter. Came out way too aggressive and was like 1 for 5 in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the guy that's paying the minimum. D'Lo is making $5 million. Like, you get what you pay for in the NBA. Like, you get what you pay for. And so for your point guards to be making $7 million combined, you're going to get $7 million worth of point guard play. And some nights it's going to be good enough. Well, clearly not. They're 3-10. So never mind. It's usually just not going to be good enough to win. James Harden's a point guard. He's making like $30 million. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
And he played like it tonight. Let's get to one super chat before we take our first break here. We'll get to the first one of the night for our super chats. Let's get to that one. Yeah. Matthew with the $2 super chat. D'Lo got the Tank Commander memo. Methinks Team Tank.
He's sacrificing for the team. We love it. We love that.
Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. When we come back, what was the turning point in this game would turn out to be a fairly entertaining game. Unfortunately, the Mavericks drop it. Plus, we'll get to more of your super chats. All that and more coming up next.
With over 700 5-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9 stars, Qualys Roofing is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and Austin. There's a roof on this building. There's a roof probably on whatever building you're in right now, and that roof can get damaged, whether it's from a storm or winds or just wear and tear. Your home is old, or maybe the person that built it used some cheap materials, but Qualys Roofing has you covered. They specialize in both residential and commercial roofing projects, whether it's your home or your business. They are going to get you good to go. No pressure, no gimmicks, just honest assessment and quality work. You can schedule a free roof inspection today and get a free DLLS shirt. How about that? And if you replace your roof with Qualys, you can choose between a free Blackstone grill and a Traeger smoker, because getting a new roof should come with a little extra sizzle. Qualys isn't just good at roofing, either they're great at communication. So go or call or go online to schedule your free roof inspection. Don't forget to ask about your free grill. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualys Roofing and Construction. It's QUALIS, or call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you want to show it off to everyone around you. And Branded Bills can help you do that, whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees. Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. If you're looking for some gear this fall and going into the winter to help your brand stand apart from the crowd, Branded Bills can help you do that and be covered with the best custom headwear in the game today. You can start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel that you need, know, and love. They have a partnership with 40-plus colleges as part of their campus collection, including TCU, Texas Tech, and Texas as well. So make sure you head to brandedbills.com and use code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. That's BBDLLS for 15% off your first order with Branded Bills premium headwear and apparel today. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us here on our post-game show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to DLLS Sports as we move that much closer to 36,000 subscribers here at DLLS Sports. Mavericks fall 133 to 127, dropping to 3-10 on the season after their first 13 games, having now lost 3 straight games. Unfortunately, they assure that they will have a losing homestand once again, as they now drop to 2-7 at the American Airlines Center this year.
Woof.
I think that's honestly, that's just been really disappointing. Like, I know there's been so much that's been happening around this team, but to have 13 of your first 18 games at home and not be able to take advantage of it in any shape, form, or fashion is really just, number one, inexcusable. 2, very, very disappointing, because we've lauded and talked about how much this team had to get off to a fast start, and they have just killed themselves with the inability to take advantage of what has been, what we thought, an easy schedule on paper, but also the inability to win at the AAC. Just been really disappointing.
Got to win at home, man. Getting off to a good start is really important. They've gotten off to almost as bad a start as you can. 3-10 is pretty brutal. All time, there have been 209 teams that have started 3-10 or worse. 209. How many of them have gone on to make the playoffs?
10.
20 have. 3 of them through the play-in, and another 1, 2, 3, 4 back when there was like 8 teams in the NBA. So it's not looking good for the Mavs. That's 9.5%. So there's a 91% chance that you're going home early. Or you're going to Cancun right on time if you're a tank commander.
I guess so. It won't get any easier with the Portland Trail Blazers on Sunday on the first night of a home road back-to-back. They'll play the Blazers on Sunday, then they'll take on Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves on Monday night.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. Actually, it's not good at all.
The Blazers, so the Blazers are 6-6. We're not doing a game preview right now, but the Blazers are 6-6 this season. They've only played 3 teams currently below 500. 3. The Wolves, meanwhile, are 8-4. They are 7-0 against teams that are below 500.
Yeah, they're beating down the teams that they're supposed to.
Only 1-4 against winning teams, which is pretty bad. But the Mavs, meanwhile, have played 6 games against teams that are currently below 500. They are 2-4.
Eesh.
2-4, folks. So the top 6 in the West are a combined 33-0 against teams that are currently below 500.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man.
It's a nice reality check for the folks at home that thinks the Mavs can still go on make a push for the playoffs.
Yeah, because this schedule's about
there's levels
to
to this.
Yeah, the schedule's about to get that much more difficult. Like we're getting, we're midway through November now, and they've got games coming up here against teams like the Lakers, the Nuggets, as you get toward the end of the month and into the 1st of December, where it could just get that much more ugly. Because, we have no idea, speaking of the injuries, we have no idea when Anthony Davis is coming back. P.J. Washington missed tonight's game with the left shoulder strain. Yes, Derek Lively was able to make his return after missing the last 9 games with the right knee sprain, but he's playing on a minutes restriction right now. Daniel Gafford clearly playing labored and in pain and getting through it as much as he can. Bodies are just not available, unfortunately.
But that was part of the
yeah.
It's built in.
It is built in. Yeah, I'm not saying that that's excuse, especially in Davis's case.
You have to know that 80 is going to miss time. You don't know how much, but you got to know that he's going to miss time going into the season. And so I understand wanting to have a lot of bigs. But one of the bigs that you have is also hurt all the time in Lively, and the other one, Gafford, has missed some time throughout his career too. So it's like, okay. And then you knew that Kyrie was going to miss a ton of time, and you didn't shore up that either. So it's tough, man. I don't want to belabor the below 500 point, but only 3 teams in the league have played more games against teams currently below 500 than the Mavs. So only 3.
Who are those teams?
The Thunder, who are 8-0, the Wolves, who are 7-0, and the Suns. Suns have played 10 games against teams below 500, only 3 against teams that are 500 or better. They're 7-3 against bad teams. So only 3 in the entire NBA have played more bad teams than the Mavs. All 3 of those teams are way above 500. The Mavs are way below.
And that means the Mavericks still remain winless against the Western Conference to start off the year. Now 0-7 against the West. Let's continue with your Super Chats. Henry Diesel 23 with the $1.99 Super Chat. Wow. Kid not smart
Well, he said kid too stupid.
That's right. To keep feeding Klay.
Klay did take 10 threes. I mean, he made 4 out of his first 5 maybe, or 4 out of his first 6.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And then he took about 3 or 4 more within a minute. He was getting those shots up, but he cooled off. I don't know.
Considerably, unfortunately.
Clippers stopped losing him too.
That's right. It did. Farhan with the $5 Super Chat. Our ethical tank continues. Let's go. Also, I keep getting shot down by y'all on this, but at least Luka isn't shooting me down. Luka 2028. Admit it.
I
will say what I said pregame. Never say never in sports. Sports are a very, very funny thing, but I'm not betting Bobby's lease or my mortgage on Luka returning to Dallas. Classic Stain Lover with the $1.99 Super Chat. 19-63. Here we come.
It's a bold prediction, man. Thinking that they can get to 19. Just kidding.
Do you have their schedule pulled up?
Specific games or strength of schedule?
Strength of schedule would be interesting to hear.
All right.
Yeah.
Remaining schedule strength, according to Tankathon. Well, this says the Mavs only have 67 games left. They do not. They have 69 games left. Don't think they're 3-10.
That's right.
But Tankathon has the Mavs at tied for the second hardest remaining strength of schedule in the NBA.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Behind only Phoenix, who's played a bunch of bad teams. Phoenix has... It's kind of almost misleading because the Phoenix has to play OKC 4 more times.
Jeez.
But if you get rid of those... 67, yeah, because the 2 games, the replacement games for
the replacement games. Oh, yes. That's true,
so as it stands right now, the Mavs do have a very, very difficult schedule. If you get rid of... So Phoenix at 529 has 4 Thunder games. Utah, who's tied for the Mavs at 527, also has 4 Thunder games. The Mavs only play the Thunder twice and still have that difficult of a schedule. So there are a lot of hard games coming up for Dallas. A lot.
Yay.
Including Portland, Minnesota, New York.
That's all coming up.
That's the next 3 games.
That's the next 3.
Pellies and Grizzlies have already beaten you. And then it's Miami, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Miami, OKC, Houston, Detroit, Philly, New Orleans, Denver, Golden State. That's your next month and a half.
Stephen Curry put up what? Was it 49? Yeah, 49 points in a win for Golden State Warriors tonight on the road against the San Antonio Spurs. Awesome. Classic Stain Lever with another super chat. $1.99. When is the next dub?
I think that they're going to beat the Pelicans. I also thought they were going to win tonight, but that would be next Friday. I do not believe they're going to beat.
Did you just say their next win is not coming until next Friday?
Well, I don't think they're going to beat Portland. Minnesota's second out of the back-to-back that's a schedule loss.
That's a schedule loss.
And then you play the Knicks, and I don't think they're going to beat the Knicks. I mean, I guess if Jalen misses,
is Jalen Brunson going to be available for that game?
Maybe, but even then, dude, like you still have Cat, you still have OG. Although I think OG left the game actually hurt. Mikhail, Josh Hart. The Knicks still have 3 or 4 of the best 5 players on the floor at any given time. Like, I don't know, man. I bet they beat the Pelicans next week. They might even beat the Grizzlies the next night, too. We'll see.
I'm almost at a loss for words, and I get paid to do this. Like, it's just between the schedule, the injuries, the inability to execute.
You were yesterday just saying you've liberated yourself from expectation.
Touche. Appreciate the accountability.
You also said no negativity November.
I'm not being negative.
Next day. No, but I'm saying like the post game of
that
within
show.
Within
the hours,
negative,
you were
It's not my fault. I was caught up in the moment.
I mean, look, it's fun and cute to discuss tanking, organic tanking, non-organic tanking, but also losing games. You have to do it in order to tank, but at the same time, it can wear on you a little bit. Tommy says, hopefully the next dub comes in the fall of 2026.
No, in the spring of 2026.
That's right,
on May 15th.
Yeah, around May or so with the draft lottery as well.
You want to get the supers from yesterday?
Yeah, we can hit those real quick.
It was yesterday's show, right? We got a couple super chats that we did not get to.
That's right.
So we just wanted to get to those. Appreciate it.
Classic Stain Lover with the $1.99 super chat, so I could cheer without worrying about too many wins.
Prescient.
Well, I'm about to say, yeah, clairvoyant in that particular super chat. Comes back in with the $1.99 super chat. Next year, all in unless we get our
Charlotte pick.
Oh, is that supposed to be Charlotte? Okay. Charlotte pick back.
Yeah, Charlotte. It looks like Charlotte.
CLT?
Okay, well, just don't pronounce it phonetically. All right.
CHAR would have been much better to choose if we're gonna go abbreviating Charlotte.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't say all in necessarily, but this is the only year you control your pick. So you're trying to win starting next year, which is why this year counts. Like you gotta.
This year counts. Huh?
You got to lose more games this year than you do the next 2 years combined. That is the plan.
Yeah, because at that point you're giving away.
Yeah,
you're giving away picks.
You don't want to be the team to give OKC a good pick in 2028 the way the Clippers are about to.
One more.
Vanessa with the $5 super chat. Excuse me. Coincidence that Tim is making more appearances after Nico was fired. Never seen those two in the same room. Also, is Positivity November back?
Is Tim Nico Harrison?
Hell no.
No? Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Have you ever seen them in the same room?
Yes.
Okay, that's quite the claim.
I have, actually.
Apparently, that's the airport code for Charlotte.
That's the airport code for Charlotte, CLT?
So. You got one more from your Billy.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, man. Billy.
You really got to sound that one out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You cannot say it.
Cam Boozer looked amazing tonight. Just saying, someone needs to tell Kid to face them up, to lace them up. We need a point guard right now.
I think they might actually do better with J Kid on the floor than some of the guard play they're getting right now.
What did Boozer go for tonight? Did he go? What did he go for? Like, what did he do?
Do you think I know? Let me look.
I mean.
Well, Duke won 100-62.
Okay, they beat Indiana State. I do know that.
He had 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists in 29 minutes.
Jeez. That's hustling backwards cheering for a Duke basketball player. But, I mean, we got 3 of them here on the Mavs, so I guess it's what it is now these days. Well, there you go. Let's take our next break here before my voice completely just leaves me. Here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we welcome in our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. live from the American Airlines Center. We do that next. But it's one thing to support long-term growth. It's another to go out and celebrate it. Thanks to all the amazing Dallas Stars fans who embrace long-term growth in all its feathered glory. Do I need to put on the hat? I'm going to put on the hat.
Do it. Do it, man. Let your freak flag fly.
Orange kind of looks good on me a little bit.
It does. No, it's a good look.
Our Main Street Branch pop-up event was the ultimate celebration of PNC's reliable, responsible approach to long-term financial planning, told through the lens of another amazing long-term investment, Epic Hockey Hair.
That's right.
Like mine right now. At the Main Street Branch, fans had the chance to pick up their own Dallas Stars hockey hair hat and limited edition Stars hat with Epic Hockey Hair coming out the back, like the one you see I got on right now. It was a reminder that the best things, whether it's legendary flow or a strong financial plan, come to those who are patient and committed to the long run, much like this long mane of hair in this hat that I have. I'm going to keep this on. Shout out to PNC Bank and the Main Street Brand.
You're looking good, man.
Thank
PNC
you.
set you up.
Even if my voice isn't at this point.
You got to replace your old or builder grade windows with custom built high quality windows from our friends at Window Nation. Window Nation measures 3 times to ensure your windows fit perfectly to keep your home comfortable year round. I know living in my apartment right now, if it gets a little too windy outside, I can feel it. I hate whenever windows don't fit the frame. You can always count on Window Nation to do it efficiently, effectively, and quickly. They can get you set up in a day or even just a few hours. Take advantage of Window Nation's end of year sale through November. You get 50% off of all window styles. You could even get 0% interest financing for up to 5 years. Window Nation is a proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys. If you schedule a quote right now, find out how you can get a Dallas Cowboys jersey and 2 home game tickets.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
You can go watch a team make an actual playoff push. So schedule a quote with Window Nation. Schedule a fast, free estimate now. Go to windownation.com. Again, windownation.com.
Can you wear that the rest of the show? Like cutting from Bobby's camera back to the two shot made me crack up, even though I don't know. Good look.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeremy asked if I ran the numbers. Yes, so 3-10. It is 20 have made the playoffs, 189 have missed. So it's about 9.5%.
Not good.
Not good.
You know who is good?
Who?
Our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr.
the best.
Reporting live from the American Airlines Center. He knows sports. You can find him on X at Ron Knows Sports. He also knows what double overtime feels like in an NBA game because, my gosh, the Clippers and the Mavericks did that tonight. What was your perspective on tonight's game?
You know, I really wanted to come in here and just start spamming the D-Lo Selly, but the 7 turnovers was tough. It just was such a roller coaster ride. Now, just like all roller coasters, it was fun. But usually a roller coaster, you kind of end with the fun part and you start with the scary part. It was kind of like backwards, where it was so fun in the beginning and it got so scary late. And it's like this is the game that the Dallas Mavericks need. Kyrie Irving, they need a closer. They got to have a closer. Cooper Flagg was doing his best, impression in some of those moments, but Cooper Flagg is just kind of developing his bag at 18 years old. He's just starting to learn how to do the bully ball thing. This is a game where we kind of saw him kind of hop into that kind of bag for himself. But you need that guard to play off of a wing. And while D-Lo brought them back, and this would have been a blowout without D-Lo in the fourth quarter. In the overtimes, he just really didn't provide much value.
I think, well, okay. I think there is a considerable segment of the viewership that would say, you know what?
This was great.
For all of D-Lo's mistakes, I'm still going to spam. Well, I'm going to do it over here. I still got to spam the Selly anyway because it did lead to a loss. So I don't think we should be too harsh on D-Lo, especially because, Ron, he had, up until the overtime periods, he had a great fourth quarter, and he had a really good game for the most part, again, up until overtime, whereas Brandon Williams just never really got it going. I'm sure that's probably driving J-Kidd nuts. Like, he just doesn't know who he can count on between those two guys or really kind of at any position up and down the roster.
Yeah, and I asked Jason about the turnovers. He said it happens. I thought he had some. I thought he had some looks. We had some turnovers. There was just way too many turnovers in both overtimes for everybody, not just D'Lo. Then of course James Harden went nuclear. I think he's the greatest foul player in NBA history. Genuinely a generational talent at that. And Jason Kidd kind of talked about how do you guard James Harden. He said you got to show your hands. But he's the best at drawing fouls. Why he's one of the best in the world. Naji Marshall did have that matchup, especially in the overtime fourth quarter period. I thought Naji Marshall did actually a solid job. It's just
He did
James
okay,
Harden.
yeah.
I thought body type wise, he had the best body type to guard a James Harden body type. Like Max Christie is a better defender than Naji Marshall, but he has a skinny frame. He's not a good matchup for James Harden. You need bigger frame person to kind of be able to steer Harden, kind of like how Kawhi did in that Western Conference Finals, all those probably a decade ago at this point. So I thought Naji did the best he could. Harden was he was on one, man. Harden played 51 minutes. Out of all, he led, minutes out of all players today. 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 6 threes, 40 ball. He led the game in rebounding and assists. It just was an all-time James Harden game.
Yeah, 41 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, had 2 blocked shots, had a steal. He had the first ever 40-point triple-double in Clippers history in the 51 minutes that he played, the only player to play over 50 minutes tonight in the double overtime game. The Mavericks had 2 guys, and I didn't even realize this till just looking at the box score once again. Cooper Flagg played 47 minutes tonight. Naji Marshall played 47 minutes tonight. They were the only 2 Mavericks to play over 40 minutes. D'Angelo Russell was the only one that got closer. He played 38 plus minutes tonight. But you could tell, especially as the game went on, particularly Naji Marshall and Cooper Flagg, Naji Marshall specifically, they were exhausted. Like, I remember toward the end of the second overtime, Naji Marshall falls down, and he is just like gasping for air on the baseline, having just given all that he could for the Mavericks tonight. And what was a great effort for him in the starting lineup tonight in place of PJ Washington, who was missing with the left shoulder strain. And he gave him everything that he could in this game. What else did Jason Kidd have to say after tonight's game?
He thought Naji Marshall played well, and so did I. Like you said, Naji Marshall had 28 points, was 9 of 10 from the free throw line, and I think most important, he was 3 of 5 from 3. Not only the makes, but the attempts. When Naji Marshall has a 3-ball going, now you have to guard him out there, or he's going to be able to blow by you. He's one of the best slashers on the team with the ball or without the ball in his hand. If the 3-ball is going, it's just going to be a tough player to have to guard for teams. And I thought he was one of the teams, if not the best player on the court tonight, he was at least the second best player on the court tonight for the Dallas Mavericks. And he's stacking good games. I think I wrote in the story, I think 4 out of his 5 last games, he's had at least 10 points. So, again, just for your bench player who now started this game, we talk about the drum beat. Like, he's starting to, that drum is beating positively. That drum is in sync. We started the season, that drum was kind of off beat. Now it seemed like he's figuring it out. He played a lot of minutes tonight. I think Naji Marshall was really, really good. Now, Max Christie and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson had some really good moments. Again, is another player that if he doesn't have a strong stretch in that second quarter, this game can get even crazier out of reach. Klay Thompson made some really big threes tonight. It's just sad that after he made those shots, he kind of didn't do anything for the rest of the night. But when Klay Thompson goes down, guess who steps up? It was Max Christie who did make some shots. If for some reason the Mavs can't get them both to go at the same time, maybe it's just I don't know what that is about. Maybe it's because they play a similar style of basketball. But when Klay was up, Max Christie had no points in the game. He was 1 point, I think, by the third quarter. And then when Klay started to struggle, then Christie started to make threes and started to get to the lane, started to make his shots. So, I know the Mavs would like that, probably have them both going at the same time. But, to have both of them have, contribute in the same game, I think is an improvement.
Yeah, Max Christie and Klay Thompson combined to hit 7 of the 10 threes made by the team tonight. The other 3 were made by Naji. He made the other 3 threes in tonight's game. D'Lo went 0 of 6 from downtown. Brandon Williams went 0 of 5 from downtown.
Ooh, that's tough, man.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg went 0 of 3. I'm not expecting Cooper Flagg to knock down, a ton of threes, but getting a combined 0 of 11 from Brandon Williams and D'Angelo Russell from 3. I mean,
I don't know how to look it up, but if your guards go 0 from 3, teams probably lose 100% of those games all the time.
You're probably losing those games. You're probably
0 for 11 is just, it's just really, really tough to overcome. And again, it's like you're asking a lot of those two guys, more than they should be asked, frankly. They're both backups, but they're both playing alternating playing starter minutes. It's tough, dude. It's really tough.
Well, I do want to give
Bobby D'Lo thinks he's a starting point guard, though, Bobby. I mean, as we probably might think he's a backup, but he signed that player option thinking that he's going to cash in. So he might not be playing. I mean, D'Angelo Russell right now is 26% from 3 of the season. And he went 0 of 6 tonight, so that's going to drop even more now. Like, that just can't. We were hoping that he would shoot probably, 38% at, like, minimum from 3? If you're not even getting in the 30 category, it's like, I don't know, man. It's
wait a minute.
Again, so much high play, but go ahead.
That's a player option for D'Angelo?
Yeah, why not?
He bet himself.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was a team option for him.
No, why would it be a team option? I don't think it is. Let me look.
Are you scared, Kevin Gray?
I'm terrified.
Yeah, it's player option.
He's gonna pick up that in pass go. Oh man. Wow.
I mean, that's like part of the only reason they were able to get him at that.
I mean, I forgot that it was a player.
They also gave a player option to JaVale. That one worked out great too.
Well, it's only $6
JaVale Boogie. I forgot it was a player option. I'm not gonna lie to you. This has been a season from hell already. I forgot that was a player option going into next. Good gracious.
They gave a player option to Luka, and that one worked out great as well.
Sure.
They got ahead of a tumultuous summer.
They did get ahead of a tumultuous summer.
I can't.
Another Nicoism. Oh, my gosh. That's an all-timer right there.
And also, Derek Lively only played 17 minutes, which, I mean, he was supposed to play around that. But in his minutes, to me, didn't play well. Now, again, it's his first game back from injury, and Zubac's a really good player. But I think Musa Cisse outplayed them in less minutes. And I thought even Daniel Gafford struggled a lot in this game. None of the centers outside of Musa Cisse, I think even, like, Gafford had some moments for sure, some flashes. But I think all the centers really struggled just staying in front of Zubac. Gafford did make some big blocks, though, at the end of the game.
One thing I haven't really thought of or talked about with Lively that we did mention with AD. AD obviously dealing with the eye thing all summer and had the procedure and couldn't really do anything. Lively also had surgery. He didn't have surgery until July.
That's right.
I don't know what the reason for the delay was. Maybe someone will get to it, Ron. Maybe someone will figure out. But, there was a recovery for him after that as well. And so it's not like Lively was spending all summer gearing up to go, And so much like AD, I mean, I don't think Lively put on weight necessarily, but he's not in tip-top shape. He's not in tip-top form. Daniel Gafford, first day of training camp, sprains his ankle, misses all of camp, has practiced since he came back, but it wasn't like he was practicing a lot before he came back. So I think
he's still laboring out there.
Yeah, I mean, so those two guys are still, I think, trying to play themselves back to full speed, full health, full strength, and all that stuff. And AD obviously is going to be doing the same thing if and when he ever comes back too. Cisse is the only healthy big on the team right now.
And he was good in his 11 minutes. I mean, 9 points. He gave you, it was a +4, 2 block shots. I mean, Musa continues to play very well for them. Didn't miss a shot tonight as well, and even got you 3 of 5 from the free throw line for the big man. So Musa Cisse continued to play like a first team can't go back all-star. So shout out to Musa.
He's not going back. I mean, he just. Yeah. I mean, like you said, Musa was a +4. There was only 3 players with a positive plus-minus. That is Klay. I mean, it's Musa Cisse, Klay, D'Lo. D'Lo was a +24. By the way, everybody, Brandon Williams was a -27 in 18 minutes. So just a stinker for B. Will. And it's funny enough, I think he actually was getting some good shots in. He just was off. I mean, he got some really good 3-point looks. Some days you just don't have it, and this clearly was one for B. Will. And if he doesn't have it going, we all understand he's going to be limited as a defender. He's not a big guy. So if he isn't hitting open threes and teams are now not having to guard him out there, it's now affecting his driving lanes. It throws the whole team space. No, you kind of have to take him out of the game. He has to make threes or he's going to have trouble playing at that size.
That's so disappointing, man. Just going back over the box score with D'Angelo Russell. I mean, 28 points, a plus 24, but damn it, 7 turnovers. And the turnovers have been just the wrong time, man. Just the wrong time. Like, I mean, we mentioned it. I mean, he kept them in it in that fourth quarter. Like, the 8 straight points that he had, all of them were game time baskets that he kept putting up there. It's like, oh, well, D'Lo just going to get it for him right now. But unfortunately, just why box plus minus can be deceiving sometimes, because first look, it looks great. Watch the game, down the stretch, wasn't it? Any other observations from tonight before we let you go?
All I'd like to say is I wouldn't ask Bobby Corella a question. So Bobby, what do you think hurts the Mavs more? D'Lo going 0 for 6 from 3 or the 7 turnovers? I mean, I'm really thinking about that.
Turnovers.
And okay, it's turnovers.
Yeah. It was the turnovers, yeah. Turnovers. The turnovers.
That's my last
it was the turnovers. Especially the time of them. He did take a really lousy 3. Was it the end of the fourth quarter or the end of overtime? I don't remember.
One of the two crucial periods.
Took a really, really bad 3 at one juncture.
7 seconds into the shot clock. Just hoisted up a 3.
But yeah, turnovers are always. I'd rather go 0 for 50 from 3 than commit 25 turnovers or 24 or whatever they did tonight.
And D'Lo did take he said I got to be better in his post game, so he took the blame for it. So it's not like
he does no ball
from this.
Okay. Ron, we appreciate the time. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. Mavericks get ready for a back-to-back on Sunday and Monday when they take on the Blazers and Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We'll talk to you on Sunday. Let's take our last break here on the DLLS Mavs. This hair is getting kind of itchy, I'm not going to lie to you. On the post-game show. When we come back, we welcome in our DLLS Mavs. Nope. Our National NBA Insider, Marc Stein. We do that next.
First, diehard time. You should become a diehard. You
Please.
can become a diehard by scanning the QR code that is about to magically appear right there beneath my finger. What you do when you become a diehard is you scan that QR code, go to our website, alldlls.com, and you give us a nominal fee. All right, to be named later. It is not to be negotiated, but it is to be appreciated because you're getting a whole lot back for this year-long membership. You're getting a free shirt. Boom. Right when you sign up, you're getting a free shirt of your choice. We got more than 50 to choose from, including, look at that, beaut. That is an absolute beaut. That is our face-off collection. We're always unveiling new stuff all the time. Including like that Paige Beckers inspired roadie shirt. Shout out Paige Beckers. We are 1 week and 2 days away from the Wings getting the #1 pick in the 2026 draft, just like the Mavs will. Let's make it 2 years in a row for both teams. You also get a discount on any other merch and any events that we do. You also get to join the DLLS Diehard Discord. It's a great place to hang out with fellow diehards. Talk ball, talk non-ball, talk anything in the world that you could possibly want. It's a really cool community. I recommend joining it. And you also get a physical diehard card. It is fantastic. But the main draw, the main reason you want to become a diehard, folks, in addition to joining our community and not falling out of a chair, is because you get to read our entire website, all the written stuff. Ron on the Mavs, from Jeff Wilson on Rangers, from Sam Nestler and Sean Shapiro. Sam Sapir does not work here.
Sam Sapir
on the Stars, and then also Clarence Hill and Ali Jawad on the feisty Dallas Cowboys, who are getting back in action on Monday night. So again, just scan the QR code, go to our website, alldls.com for more info. Really appreciate your support.
I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. It's itchy on the back of my hair. Shout out to PNC Bank.
No Mark yet. I'll let you know when he calls in.
No Mark.
What?
Not yet. He's not here yet. He texted us. He said he was running late.
Might be a couple minutes late. We already are a couple minutes late. We're 5 minutes into the segment.
We gave him the buffer already. Like,
tell him no overtime tonight.
That's right. No overtime tonight.
I'm not doing overtime.
We already did double overtime.
Yeah, he better get in here quickly. Anyway. Sheldon Fennell, appreciate the comment. Don't worry, Kevin. D'Lo and Anthony Davis are getting traded to Philadelphia for PG-13 and both of the Clippers picks. That's a good laugh. Mavericks fall tonight, 133 to 127. We'll get our nationally made insider, Marc Stein, here in just a matter of moments.
What do we got 2 dislikes for? Dislikers, identify yourself, and likers, we need to outnumber the dislikers.
That's right. Well, while we wait for our guy,
we got to beat them 20-1. I need 4 likes.
That's right. While we do wait for our guy Marc Stein to come in, Dirk Nowitzki had some very poignant comments tonight on the Amazon Prime NBA pregame show discussing the firing of Nico Harrison. I'm just going to let you hear and listen to what the GOAT had to say about what is taking place this week, and I implore you to listen very carefully because you will want to hear all of this. Take a listen.
Well, I think there's just too many distractions, too much going on to keep going this way. This move should have probably happened this summer, honestly. I didn't want this negative energy and this black cloud over the cooperflagg era, but here we are now. I figured this fan base is a passionate and loyal fan base. I was lucky enough to experience it for 21 years, and I knew they weren't just get over it, as people say, or forget about it. They're extremely passionate, and this trade just made no sense. It made no sense to them, and really there was no explanation for it either. And it feels like the fans feel like they got robbed of actually seeing the end, seeing this through, seeing Luka develop, into hopefully a champion one day, and it feels like they never got to see the end to this. So this was very heartbreaking, and but now it's I think it's time to move on.
And with that, we welcome in our national NBA insider. That's all right. And just our guy Marc Stein, but clear, concise, insightful. Brilliantly said by Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he summed it all up in the best. Yep, we're fully back. Yep, camera.
We got him, folks.
We
Ladies
got
and
him.
gentlemen.
Our national NBA insider. You can always dial up the Stein line at the Stein line. Mark, let's just start right there before we get into tonight's game. Dirk letting his feelings and insights be known on Amazon tonight.
Yeah, very powerful words. I think they got everybody's attention. He had a lot to say. Obviously, I think in the immediate aftermath of the trade, he always was somewhat measured, but I have to imagine that landed pretty well with all of our friends in chat tonight. And I think conveyed sentiments that a lot of people in chat probably have, would be my presumption. I mean, you guys tell me, how's the reaction there?
People agree with him.
Yeah, 100% agree with what Dirk said. Perfectly put. Bring Dirk back. GOAT speak. All that good stuff. So,
well, look, I wrote earlier this week, obviously, with Michael Finley as co-interim GM, with Jason Kidd as the coach. These are two of his best friends in terms of former teammates. Like, I don't know that he needs or wants a super formal role, but obviously there's going to be dialogue. He's going to, his voice will be heard going forward. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Steve Nash is also now an advisor to the Suns, correct?
Steve actually is formally an advisor. But look, there's a great interview that Dirk just did with our buddies Ben and Skin on their new Haymaker channel. And Dirk laid out at length in that discussion, which is something he said a million times. He does not want to be a full-time front office guy. He is really excited about TV. He's putting a lot of time into it. I mean, he's really, this is his new career, and it really is new ground for him. So that is his focus. He also still has a role with FIBA. He's on the FIBA board, and that requires travel to Europe, travel to Switzerland, where the FIBA offices are. He has a bunch of FIBA commitments, so he does have quite a bit on his plate already. But I would say, whereas he wasn't being heard at all, and there was just no engagement. It's just for years now. And then obviously with the whole manner of Casey Smith being demoted and then ultimately leaving to join the Knicks. I mean, since then, Dirk has really removed himself from business around here. And again, I think everybody is going to be engaging him and reaching out to him, whether he takes on some sort of formal thing. Is it even necessary? I mean, again, Michael Finley and Jason Kidd are two of his closest friends and most beloved former teammates. So the lines of communication are more than open.
Thoughts on tonight's game?
It was a very long game. Not the most watchable double overtime classic I've ever seen. It was another Crisis Bowl. Last Friday was the Crisis Bowl at Memphis. This Friday was a Crisis Bowl here. The Clippers were so relieved to get out of here with a win because they've gone through it. They've had a really rough start. They also, let's not forget, OKC has their pick at season's end. So they've got their own set of pressures. And look, the Clippers came into the season with a lot of expectations. A lot of people really raved about their offseason moves. Obviously, they didn't have Kawhi Leonard tonight. Kawhi was here, but they didn't have him in the lineup. So they were relieved to get out of here with a win. The relief, I would say, was tangible. I'm sure you guys have covered the Mavericks ground pretty thoroughly at this point. Cooper Flagg has impressed me all week, I have to say. I think he is really, really, I'm wearing a hat and it's chapeau time to Cooper Flagg because, he keeps getting banged up. He just keeps playing. Doesn't want to come off the court. And I just think the way he's carrying himself, the stuff he's been saying in press conferences, for an 18-year-old kid, this is the most losing he's ever seen in his life. He talked about that last week. There hasn't been a heck of a lot of winning since he said it. 3-10 start. I think he lost 8 games combined in high school and college. So this is the most basketball adversity he's ever faced. I wrote about this in my piece on Tuesday. 11 games into his career, he is up to 3 GMs because the Mavs have co-interim GMs. None of this is the way his career was supposed to start. But I like what I see. He just keeps playing, keeps driving the ball. There were long stretches late in the game that he didn't see it. Finally got the ball in his hands, made some big shots in first overtime. I've lost track which overtime it was, but I just if you are looking for positives, just kind of the grit he's shown and the way he's dealt with all this, that is what I would be fixated on.
Well, with that, we're going to let you go.
That's it?
It's time to go. Yeah, no overtime tonight. We're getting out of here. We got to go.
No overtime?
No overtime.
No. We're going
to get you guys look just, man.
Look what?
I thought for sure we were going overtime. You guys look like you've been through it.
We have.
We've been live for an hour.
Yeah. This post-game show was supposed to be ended an hour ago.
I was supposed to be home in my jammies right now, Mark.
How's chat? Before we go, just tell me how's chat.
It's all right. It's pretty good chat. Pretty good chat.
Cool. Yeah, it's been cool.
Pretty good chat.
Been getting some super chats. Class of St. Lever must have got paid today because he's spending all the money again today. So yeah, super good. But we're gonna let you get to your weekend early because we got a back-to-back on Monday and on Sunday and Monday.
Yes, we do. All right. If that's what you guys say, I listen to I take my orders. I'm sorry I'm sorry my commentary was not sufficiently uplifting to force overtime.
No,
you could have given the most brilliant
we just
insight.
Can't do it. We have to get to the super chats.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Mark.
Classic Stay Lever with the $1.99 super chat. What's with all the Nico scapegoat BS? Because people don't know the definition of what a scapegoat is.
I think people just do not believe their eyes. We have a very conspiratorial society for good reason.
Correct.
And people just do not believe what they see or hear. They just want to think that whatever they believe is correct. There are still people that tell me to wake up because the lottery was rigged. It's like, brother, just please shut up. Or like, oh, the Mavs are going to move to Vegas. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Or that it was Adam Silver paid Patrick DeMont to make the trade. No, he didn't. God. Yeah, the lottery was rigged. None of that other stuff was rigged. All right? It was only the lottery.
It just speaks to how too fantastical this could have been, and it actually did happen. Appreciate it, Tanner. Make us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. Thank you to our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr., and our nationally made insider, Marc Stein, for joining us live from the American Airlines Center. Mavericks fall tonight in double overtime to the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll be back on the floor on Sunday on the first night of a back-to-back when they take on the the Portland Trailblazers. That's our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Carella. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We'll talk to you Sunday right here on DLLS Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.